there, how's it going? I've been having a rough couple weeks because of a whole bunch of different stuff, but we are just gonna put all of that behind us and celebrate because I am currently on glorious, glorious spring break, which will be 2 weeks of relaxing and hanging out and working on stuff and a little bit of traveling. I'm also thinking about attempting to vlog every day in April, and I would probably fail spectacularly quite quickly, but I think I'm probably going to try anyway. Also, some news that may or may not be exciting for some of you is that I am officially registered for VidCon, which means as long as I get like a solid job this summer, I'm pretty much definitely going, which is really exciting for me anyway. I'd been all sad because I didn't think I'd be able to do anything this summer, and conventions are like addicting. Like, I've been to one and now I can't survive a summer without some kind of convention experience. If you follow me on Tumblr, you already know, I'm sure more than you ever possibly wanted to, about all of my summer travel or convention stresses. Sorry, but I think things are pretty much set now unless anything big happens, so adjust your travel plans accordingly. Just kidding, my travel plans should really have no effect on your travel plans, but if you're planning on attending VidCon, then that is awesome, let's party. So today I want to talk about crowdsourcing because that's something that's getting bigger and kind of getting more attention recently. Maybe it's just because there's a lot of stuff going on right now that's relevant to people in my circle, so I'm hearing about it a lot. But it's a concept that I've been thinking about lately, and I really like the idea of crowdsourcing. I think it's a really awesome idea and has really cool potential to make a big impact in like the whole media world. People are increasingly going to the internet for content, whether it's just YouTubers or like lots of web series are getting bigger, and there's original content on Netflix and stuff, and there's just like so much stuff, and like it's not only that kind of stuff getting crowdsourced, but like the big idea here is that all it really takes to make something is a good idea and like just a little bit of web savvy. Like, you don't even need a big following already if you have a really good idea and are able to get like just a little initial push of attention. But then on the other hand, someone might not necessarily need a good idea if they have a big enough internet following. And I don't think that's really a big deal issue right now, but I think it's important that crowdsourcing doesn't turn into like those internet popularity contests where you win like money or prizes just for getting people to vote for you. That's not what crowdsourcing is, and that's not what it should become, and I'm not really all that worried about that. Because overall, it's a really great model for something that like a smaller number of people are really into. Like, the current existing advertising model of funding stuff works really well for things that like a whole lot of people like well enough, kind of. Whereas crowdsourcing funding works for anything that like any smaller number of people really love a whole lot. I think for the immediately foreseeable future there will continue to be studios and networks and all that stuff. Traditional media isn't going to go away or change a whole ton, and I think that's fine. Like, crowdsourcing is cool, but there's nothing inherently bad about getting funding from advertisers and corporations and studios. Like, I like supporting stuff that I like, and I'll back Indiegogos and Kickstarters of things that I like, and I'm a member of public radio. But the thing is, like many people, I have a very finite amount of money with which to pay for college and to back internet stuff and give to charities and to buy snacks. And like right now, I just couldn't give $20 to every single TV show I like. And the thing is, I feel like I'm much more likely to give $20 to back the Kickstarter of a web series I like than I am to, say, spend $20 on a DVD, and maybe that's $20 that I shouldn't really be spending at all. I think an important factor about crowdsourcing campaigns is that like people shouldn't be giving beyond their means, and like this is where levels of different perks get slightly problematic. There's no easy solution for that because it is good for people to get stuff in exchange for the money they're giving to this thing. Like, it makes sense for people who contribute more to get more in return. But it's just something to keep in mind, because I know if I ever had to crowdsource something, I would feel kind of weird taking money that could, you know, be better spent on other things like charities or snacks. And sometimes it's fine for stuff to get money that's coming from corporations and advertising budgets instead of people. But still, this opens up this like whole new doorway through which stuff can be made. I imagine something like Dr. Horrible Sing-Along Blog, which I think kind of like helped pave the way for big content on the internet and like working outside the system. The budget for that was said to be like low 6 figures, with Joss Whedon pulling every possible favor and people only getting paid like after DVD sales started happening, but it did still make money like after stuff started selling. And I can only imagine if something like that would go to Kickstarter or Indiegogo, like how quickly and how much that would get funded. Like, I'm sure Joss Whedon obviously could get backing for something like that in no time at all. Also, anyone with a good enough idea can find people to support them. And then anyone can make really good content independently, and I just think that's really exciting and interesting. I don't know if this sort of stuff interests anyone but me, but I'm really into media and stuff, and I'm really excited for next year when I'm done with all of this study abroad nonsense, and I'll be back in New York and have way more options on the kind of classes I can take, and I can take classes and study stuff like media and communications and film stuff, and it's all very exciting. That's all for now. Bye.